Clap your hands like this. Now let's pump fist. Stomp your feet the same. Now whistle this way. Change it one more time. Clap your hands like this. Yeah, we're gonna do the twist. Stomp your feet the same. Now shout this way. Change coming your way, 'cause like it or not, nothing stays the same. There's a whole lot of change coming your way, 'cause like it or not, nothing stays the same. So hold on tight and follow real close. God is good and he's in control. Clap your hands like this. Now do the twist. Stomp your feet the same. Now sing this way. Oh, 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 oh. There's a whole lot of change coming your way, 'cause like it or not, nothing stays the same. So hold on tight and follow real close. God is good and he's in control. Clap your hands like this. Now let's pump fist. Stomp your feet the same. Now whistle this way. Change it one more time. Clap your hands like this. Yeah, we're gonna do the twist. Stomp your feet the same. Now shout this way. There's a whole lot of change coming your way, 'cause like it or not, nothing stays the same. There's a whole lot of change coming your way, 'cause like it or not, nothing stays the same. So hold on tight and follow real close. God is good and he's in control. Clap your hands like this. Now do the twist. Stomp your feet the same.
Exactly where we are. Because remember?
No, what?
Yeah, remember how we got on the wrong plane?
Well, yeah, I mean, how could we forget that?
I thought I was going to Switzerland.
Yeah, but we didn't go to Switzerland.
And, we got here. And
Is that you over there?
Yeah!
Let me get my binoculars. Oh, there you are. There you are.
Yeah!
Oh, man. I have not been on this side of Africa before.
I know. Hey, look at all those people.
Look at the
Hey!
zebra. Oh, I see him.
Okay, so remember how we were supposed to get on the plane to Switzerland?
Yeah.
And then we got on the wrong plane.
Yeah.
And ooh, look at all the animals. And we ended up here in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, Travis? I love Africa.
I do too.
We're having so much fun.
So much fun.
Everybody's so nice.
So nice. The
Yeah.
food's good.
And my tent is fabulous.
Great.
Oh yeah, the food. Everybody's
so
so
good.
nice. So Travis, when life changes,
God is good.
God is good. Let's say that together. When life changes,
God is good.
Yes.
What about when life's unfair?
God is good.
When life is scary? Scary?
God is good.
Good. Well, we're so excited y'all are back here again tonight. We're going to have another fun evening here at Roar. So you know that fun song that really gets our blood a-pumping that we've been doing every night? Yeah? Well, we're going to do it again.
Yep.
Yes, we do
Everybody
want to
stand
stand
up.
up and dance.
Wherever you lead me, I'm gonna follow. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Life will be crazy, wild and amazing. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Wherever you lead me, I'm gonna follow. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Life will be crazy, wild and amazing. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. I wanna live each day like anything can happen. Can't hardly wait to see what's next. I wanna face this world with wonder and excitement. Face every challenge, every day. Wherever you lead me, I'm gonna follow. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Life will be crazy, wild and amazing. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Wherever you lead me, I'm gonna follow. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Life will be crazy, wild and amazing. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Walk through the valley, climb mountains high. Wherever we go, Lord, you are good. Can't hold me back now. I'm gonna fly. Wherever we go, Lord, you are good. Walk through the valley, climb mountains high. Wherever we go, Lord, you are good. Can't hold me back now. I'm gonna fly. Wherever we go, Lord, you are good. I wanna live each day like anything can happen. Can't hardly wait to see what's next. I wanna face this world with wonder and excitement. Face every challenge every day. I'm gonna follow. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Life will be crazy, wild and amazing. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Wherever you lead me, I'm gonna follow. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Life will be crazy, wild and amazing. I'm trusting you, God. You are good.
High five.
God, you are good. I'm trusting you.
High five, girls.
Man,
Whew, I love
y'all did
that
really
song,
good
Travis.
tonight.
I love it.
So much fun.
I know.
Oh, Lordy. It's like climbing a mountain.
So, you know, Roar is a really cool place because we feel like we're in one of the 54 countries of Africa.
54, wow.
Yeah, 54. So a place most of us have never, ever been. Who's ever been to Africa?
Oh, we've got one in the
We got
house.
one. We got two. Well, when you think of Africa, you probably think of cool animals like lions and elephants and zebras, or that movie Madagascar. Who's seen Madagascar? Good movie.
But not quite Africa.
Not quite Africa, 300 miles off the coast of Africa. But did you know there are a whole lot of people that live there too? They're cool.
I did know that.
Yeah.
So I actually had a friend who was in Africa for about 2 weeks a couple of months ago, and she brought me back this shuka.
Say that. Can you say
Shuka?
shuka? Shuka.
Do you know what a shuka is? No? Well, anyways, there are a group of people in Africa called the Maasai Warriors. And they're very indigenous, they're tribal, they live in mud huts, no air conditioning, no cell phones. But all the men, they wear these, and they've got lots of cool, colorful bracelets like this.
So when you say indigenous, does that mean they live out in the wild?
They live in the wild.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
the fence that surrounds their tribe,
Uh-huh.
their tribe is in a big circle, and they've got thorn bushes on the outside so wild animals can't jump into the inside
To protect them.
to protect them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. So anyways, she spent a couple days with the Maasai Warriors, and she brought me this. But you know what's really cool about them? They are one of the few remaining tribes in Africa that still have their tribal traditions. One of theirs is a special dance that we're about to watch.
So when you say tribal tradition, that means that
It's been passed down from
this
generation
family
to generation. Yep.
Okay, awesome.
So if you'll watch the screen, you'll see what they get to do. So do you know why
Wow.
they do that? To show the women how strong they are. Crazy, huh? They jump really high. My friend said when she saw them do it, they jumped like 7, 8, 10 feet in the air.
So like NBA players.
Right, but higher.
Yeah.
So, what I want you guys to do, I want all of you to stand up.
Everybody stand up.
Oh, yes. And for the next 30 safari seconds, we're going to see how high all of you can jump. Ready? Get set, go. Up. Sean, Justin, Zach, let's see how high you can jump. All right, you guys are great jumpers, and I'm just tired watching y'all. But you know what's really cool about learning about different people from around the world? It's just so awesome because it just shows how creative and awesome our God is when He designed all of us.
Yes, and He loves all the people of the world.
All the people in the
All
world.
the people of the world. So we can use our senses to find evidence of God. So our senses are like our touch, our smell, our hearing, our seeing. What is something you felt that reminded you that God is good?
Oh, let's see. Well, I was petting my dog, Gracie Lou Freebush, today.
Oh, that's nice.
She's sweet.
She is sweet. You know what I got today? A hug.
A hug?
A hug.
A hug?
That's a nice God thing.
That is a God thing. All right, crew leaders. Crew leaders, look at me. I want you to share your God sighting first that you guys have seen today or yesterday. Tell your crew, and then when you're done talking about your God sightings, I want the safari guides to put their hands up like this so we know when time is up. All right? You know where I saw God today?
Where?
I was at a stop sign and somebody let me go.
Well, that's good.
It is.
Well, you know, yesterday I was at the grocery store. and I was buying these big things of strawberries, and this lady helped me carry them.
That's
Wasn't that
awesome.
nice?
So nice.
Yeah.
Start with the next slide.
So some countries in Africa experience pretty big changes every year. Sounds kind of like Oklahoma, huh?
Yes.
During the rainy season, God sends rain that makes the grass green and lush, fills up the water holes, and makes the rivers deep and muddy. But that all changes in the dry season. Dry season is dry. You can imagine it gets hot and dusty, and the rivers dry up to just a little trickle, and all those leafy green trees and grass turn brown. So which would you like better, the rainy season or the dry season? Rainy,
Rain.
yeah.
Same here. Sometimes change can make us feel scared, happy, sad, and a whole lot of different feelings. But did you know that life changes all the time? We just talked about the weather changing in Africa, here in Oklahoma, but sometimes when we move schools and change schools, sometimes you lose a friend, you get new friends. But sometimes when things change, you might ask yourself, why is God making me go through this? Or does God even care?
Well, let me tell you, the one thing that never, ever changes is God. Never, ever changes. And God is always good. God is good.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
God
is good.
On Monday, we learned that when life is unfair,
Good.
and yesterday we learned when life is scary, is good.
And
Oh.
today, when life changes, God is good.
Yeah.
So today we're going to meet Marge, who is going to help us remember that when life changes, God is good. And Marge's favorite Bible verse is Psalms 106, verse 1. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His faithful love endures forever.
I love that.
So do I. So let's see what Marge has to say.
Welcome back to another day of roaring excitement. You must have heard this is the wildest place to be. Heard? Get it? I'm Marge, and I might look a little like something you'd see on a farm. But I'm even cooler. I'm a Cape buffalo, sometimes called an African buffalo. I like the savannas, woods, or even rainforests throughout Africa. We're actually pretty easy to find because we always stay within 1 day's walk from water. During the dry season, that means we're on the move. The most experienced cow in the herd is called a pathfinder. It's the pathfinder's job to lead the rest of the herd to good grazing and water. Sometimes we even have to cross rivers to get to a better grazing area. But don't worry, we may be large, but we're great swimmers. Finding a good place to eat is a big deal for my herd because we eat a lot. You might say we're nature's lawnmowers. It's not always fun and games. Sometimes dangerous animals want to make a meal out of us. Our herd will circle up around our babies with our heads and horns facing out. Don't mess with Marge. Between moving around and keeping our young safe, life is full of changes for me and my herd. Is your life full of changes? Maybe you're moving or going to a new school, or maybe your parents got a divorce and life is really different from the way it was. All those changes can remind you of my swooping, curving horns. Sometimes up, sometimes down. Life sure changes. Did you know that even in all of those ups and downs and new things, God is still the same good God that He's always been? It's true. The Bible reminds us to do this. Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. His faithful love endures forever. endures forever means it lasts on and on and on. God's good, awesome, amazing love for you will never end. No matter what things in your life are changing, you can lean on God's solid love when things around you seem twisting, rolling, and rocking. When life changes, God is good.
So our amazing crew leaders have been doing a great job all week. And we thank you so much because they care about you guys, they love you guys, they look out for you guys. So let's tell them thank you in a way that reminds them of March. Can everybody do this? Can you take your pinky finger and can you make it bend at the end? Like the buffalo? Can you do that? Now shake pinkies with your crew leaders and tell them, Margelous!
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 Margelous! All right, so talking about really good things, I want to show you this really cool video.
Okay, I'm ready.
That my friend Ashley sent me today.
Every day, little girls wake up in different worlds. At Water 4, we imagine a day where those worlds collide. We imagine one world where clean water, health, nutrition, education, abundance are all within reach. It's happening today. Can you imagine? Join us.
All right, Ashley, so she came all the way from Oklahoma City today to tell you real quickly about her organization and what they're doing in Africa.
Hi guys, thank you so much for letting me come and talk to you about Water 4. So you just saw a video a little bit, but I want to ask you a couple of questions. How many of you guys got up this morning and you went to the bathroom and you used a toilet and flushed it, and maybe you washed your hands, and maybe you had a cup of water when you got up because you were so thirsty? Did you know that there are kids that are your age that live in Africa that don't get to do that every day? We get to wake up every day and do that. But kids in Africa that are your age often walk miles and miles to go get water, and sometimes that water is not clean. That water actually makes them really, really sick, but they didn't know it was the water. And so Water 4, we're headquartered in Oklahoma City, and we wanted to make a difference. And so some people that live in Oklahoma knew that they could develop a pump that would help people in Africa get clean water so that they wouldn't have to travel as far to the rivers and the streams and the ponds that really the water was yucky and it had bacteria in it and it made them sick. So now they get to bring, we get to use these pumps to bring water to the surface. So we're really working in 14 countries in Africa. You heard earlier that there are 52 countries.
Is it 52?
52, 54.
Yeah.
Something. But we work in 14 countries in Africa on helping people get clean water so that the kids that are just like you get to have clean water. So sorry. So you guys will get to go out in a little bit, and you're going to get to carry some water because the kids help their moms carry water that's really, really heavy to go back to their houses. So that's something that they do every day. And they don't get to go to school because they're going to fetch water. And then you guys will get to use a pump and really pump water like they get to do when we get to go into the communities and put water in there. So we're really working to bring people clean water because there's 2.1 billion people across the world who don't have access to water like we do. That doesn't hurt us and doesn't make us sick. And so we're really working towards that, and I'm so glad I get to be here and share it with you guys so that you guys can keep that in mind. When you're brushing your teeth at night, you can turn your water off to save water because some people just don't even have that. So thank you so much for letting me come, and I'll answer more questions when we're out there.
And you guys are going to have so much fun.
Yeah, we're going to have
really
so much
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
I got to play with the pump last week or the
Yes.
week before.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's it.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Ashley.
So We learned a fun song last night. We're going to teach it to Ashley real quickly. So our last song before we go off to our different rotations.
Here we go!
Everybody stand
Everybody
up.
stand up.
I said a Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. I said a Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Burning bush told me just the other day that I should come over here and stay. I got to get my people out of Pharaoh's land and lead them all to the promised land. I said, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. I said, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. So me and God's people headed to the Red Sea with Pharaoh's army coming after me. So I took my rod, stuck it in the sand, and all of God's people walked on dry land. I said, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. I said, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Pharaoh's army was coming too. So what do you think that I did do? Well, I raised my rod and I cleared my throat, and all of Pharaoh's army did the dead man's flow. I said, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. I said, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. I said, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. I said, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let my people go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let my people go.
All right, Miss Maggie and your green noodles, you are free to go.